Yeah, there's Daniel's 5-point ball.
First jump for Daniel.
Shot him by himself.
Pretty proud little fella.
Big ol'.
Okay, let grandma take it. I got you, Dan. Yeah. Hi, Dan. Yeah. They're what? Daniel, watch out this second.
Ran and kicked it and flew through the air.
Okay.
So what changes have you guys had since the last documentary, and how does it make you feel?
Well, I got married, have 2 kids, and was it 3 years since our last documentary?
It was in 2017, I think.
Oh my goodness.
Oh man, so 4 years.
4 years. That's a lot in 4 years.
I've had a lot happen since 2017. A lot of challenges and a lot of hard times, but I think looking back and being here now, it's really made me such a stronger person, and I used to feel very insecure when I would come here. I'd have so much fun, but I feel insecure, and now I just feel like I've grown so much as a person, and I feel a lot more comfortable, and I'm able to just enjoy being with my friends.
I rewatched the old hunting camp documentary probably two months ago, and it was just like bizarre to see myself from 4 years ago, like how much I changed, and just remembering how I felt and how life seemed to me at that time, and just seeing the difference now. It's just kind of crazy. I can't even put my finger on anything specific, but just it's an entirely different mindset.
So what's changed for me is, number one, I got married to my beautiful wife, Maya. But a lot has changed other than that. When I filmed it, and it was in either 2016 or 2017. And at that point, that meant I was either 16 or 17. So that's a long, for somebody who's turning from teenage years to mid-20s, that's a big change for just somebody mentally and physically.
Well, had some losses. But we have some gains too. So. The little babies are also cute. It's just, watching Buna get old enough now to have, friendships with the girls and the boys.
Sleepovers.
And Desi, and just, watching them run around camp. It's just so sweet. I love that.
I guess the biggest changes is watching people get older. My buddy Dave, you know, it's really hard to not have him with me because we've had a, you know, him and I have been together for so long. But watching everybody grow up, you know, and the dynamics of it, because younger people usually stay up late. Now the dynamics are that everybody gets tired about midnight and they don't want to stay up longer. But just seeing everybody and how they interact.
We moved from Montana to Arizona. Our lifestyle has changed. We've gotten older, and regrettably, I am now what's called a non-resident native hunting in Montana, which makes it a little more expensive and difficult.
I got old.
Anything else?
I don't take anything else. I just got old. I want to go hunting so bad, and it just, I had some medical issues, and hopefully I can get there and go next year. That's what my hopes are.
Not my coat.
Oh, that's true. That's exactly the
That
same.
hasn't changed in 28
years.
8 years.
I think a lot has changed as far as like my perspective on like life and what's going on around us. Like there's been a lot that's been happening in the past couple of years, which everyone knows, and so I think for me it's just a different way of like looking at things, a different appreciation for things. I think being away from family and friends for so long and trying to stay safe and healthy kind of really made you want these type of things to happen. And the fact that we can be together now again is it's great. It feels great.
For me, I guess hunting, I guess life got more important and hunting less important, but hunting camp was still like this priority that I wanted to get back to, and we're here, but I don't have that drive for the hunting part of it anymore. I just want to be here with my family. You know, it's been too long since we've been able to be together. I guess that's for me.
Yeah, so Davey, you're a grandpa now and everything. You want to talk about that?
Don't forget that.
Yeah, last time I was here, no grandchildren.
This is ridiculous.
Now I have a daughter that's married with 2 boys, and they're here with me this year.
That's bananas.
And that is crazy. But the one big thing that for me, I guess, is when we were here before, my dad was here and he was a big part of this, and now we had this big thing happen with COVID and a big life change, and then he wasn't here for that, and so this year was his big comeback, and he told me before, you know, about a month ago, he said, "This is my last hunting trip. I'm gonna do it. This is my last one." and then why'd you guys make me do this?
It wasn't not.
And then he got pneumonia, and a couple days before we left, and he couldn't come here this year, and so I don't know what's gonna happen. So that's probably the biggest thing for me.
I can't talk after that. What am I supposed to do? No, I'm just I just don't care about hunting anymore. I just like being here with everyone. Last year was a lot of fun. We had a great time, but everyone wasn't here. And nothing has changed for me. I don't like hunting. I like being up there. I like being with people. Davey made me cry, so I can't get past it. But I just want to be with. This is what I like. The second I get on the dirt road, nothing has changed for me, because I don't like shooting anything. Man, you really got me through. I can't even talk. I just like this. This is what I like. I looked over and you were crying, and I instantly I started spraying tears.
For me, I guess a lot has changed. I have a daughter-in-law now.
Do lose it too. Lord, we are the worst.
She's one of my favorite people. But that means my kids are grown too. So, I haven't handled my kids growing up I haven't handled my kids growing up well, but I'm dealing with it. So, I'm moving past that. Besides that, as far as hunting goes, this is my first year coming up here where I'm not hunting. We kind of had a shift in our life where we don't eat much for meat. My daughter is vegan, and so this is my first year to come up here simply to hang out with people and to help pack animals out. And so I feel like this year will be much different than anything I've ever experienced up here before. But every bit is fun. I'm looking forward to it, probably more than, because of everything that's happened over the last couple of years. I've looked forward to this year more than a lot of years. It's gonna be a great time.
Yeah.
And I gotta say, what you said, not having Dave here, broke my heart and broke Cage's heart really bad. We miss him too.
I think it's an interesting, like just listening to all you guys talk, it's an interesting dynamic that we are now moving on towards just the hunting aspect of it and more just the family gathering aspect of it. Like Charlie said, his diet has changed, my diet has changed. This is my first year too where I didn't pack a rifle this year, you know, and it's simply to come up here to be with everyone and to enjoy everyone again. I don't get to see, you know, Davey and the family as much as I'd like, so this is, we say we're hunting, and we'd like to get meat for Dad and you know others, but it's more just wanting to be together and to enjoy each other and be able to talk and share memories. And you know, I agree with everyone that this is kind of it's just different now in a good way, I think. You know?
I think so. I look forward to this every single year. Every year, and this last couple of years has just been, last 3 years for me has been just so hard because of the family dynamic changing and kids growing up, and now all of a sudden this year my girls are here, my grandson's here. Who cares about hunting? You know, it's just being here. I love it.
We're getting old, guys. You know that's what that means.
A lot.
We're getting old.
The lowest branch? No.
No, there's something with 6
But
feet.
up ahead.
Oh, glory be. Oh,
No.
glory.
Glory be.
Yes, that is it.
But the lowest branch was 6 feet up. So I had to jump and
Trust
trust
my
So I missed that branch.
So I jumped
way
up
down.
No, there's something like
from the beginning.
there's like a confession type thing.
Okay.
Like,
I feel like if you just start going, you'll get it.
Into the air. But no. That branch.
Oh, way up there. Now don't you fret.
Now don't you frown. I caught that branch on the way back down.
like Michael Jordan.
The other day,
The other day.
I saw a bear.
I saw a bear
Up in the woods.
up in the woods.
Oh, way up there.
Oh, way up there. The other day I saw a bear up in the woods. Oh, way up there.
He looked at me.
He looked at me.
I looked at him.
I looked at him.
And then that bear.
And then that bear
began to grin.
Began to grin. He looked at me. I looked at him. And then the bear began to grin. He said to me.
He said to me.
He
said to me, why don't you run? 'Cause I see you driving.
I think to a true hunter and a true Montanan, if you were to take your last breath on the hill, that would be almost like paradise itself, because you're in the environment that you really enjoy. Hunting is part of me, and I just enjoy sitting on the hillside, taking in the sun, taking in the smell of the sagebrush or the pine, the soil itself, all the things that go with it, the sounds, and just to be a part of it would be fine, be very relaxing.
Last year we could, it was such a small group because we couldn't get together as a big group. And this year was just awesome. This is what it used to be when back when we first started, we always had lots of people, and so it's nice to have everybody back together again where the wall tent is just a buzzing and everybody has a good time, and yeah, it's great.
What does hunting mean to you?
Means family. I mean, we've been doing it for a long time as a family. And it's one of the times we can get together and it draws us close and we have a good time. So, yeah, plus I like the meat. So, hunting is, I can't do it as much as I used to, but hunting is about family and having a good time, and then, of course, I love the meat.
I hunt because that's what I've always done. It was part of what was passed down to me from my father as a hunter. And so it's always been a part of being in Montana. And I've always hunted as a youth, as soon as I could. And then I hunted because it also provided meat on the table when we were first married. And not so much so later on as that was necessary, but it was because every year when that part of the year rolled around, even long before that, there was this great desire for that first day and even the days before hunting to be there with everybody else.
I do not hunt. I don't hunt because I don't eat meat. And the reason that I don't eat meat is because as I educated myself on factory farming and commercial farming, and just the meat industry in general, I learned about the abuse that goes on within, and I just decided I'm in a circumstance where I don't need to eat meat, I don't need to rely on meat, so I decided I would stop eating it altogether.
Why do you come here then?
Two big reasons, I would say. First of all, I think that hunting, if you eat meat, is an incredible way to get the meat. I think that I really admire people who hunt, and I think that if you eat meat, that's a great way to do it. So coming to hunting camp kind of helps me keep that appreciation. And then another reason is for me, probably the biggest reason that I come here is because it's about being with everyone. I don't come up here to hunt or to get meat or anything like that, obviously, but I come up because this is where my friends and my family are, and it's such a special week out of every year that I feel really privileged to be a part of, and I don't want to stop being a part of it.
I think we just wanted to hang out up here again.
Yeah, I think it's more of like the experience rather than, for a while Einar would be like, oh, I can just get an elk, close to home. But as he started growing up, he really wanted to be up here. He wants to start hunting, and so we just wanted to be with the family and, you know, see, especially like when you guys talk about like Papa up here and Dave up here and stuff, we just wanted to make sure that he got to experience that as well.
And you've liked it then?
Mm-hmm. I do like it.
What do you like about it?
I like that all the cousins are here. We can play with them. And that...
Oh, it means a lot. We've been doing it for so many years, and the kids have grown from 12-year-old hunters to 42-year-old and more moms and dads. It started in about 86, going down there, and here it is, 2021, 22. Been a long time, and it's been great.
Hunting camp. It is... I have enjoyed it. It's different than what I expected. It's the camping area. I was thinking like, you know, be kind of back in the woods and stuff like that, and like seeing like this flat plains with, you know, this pasture over there with a bunch of cows in it and stuff. I'm like, oh, it's completely different than what I was expecting, but it's definitely fun. The environment's nice as far as with everyone here. I think everyone enjoys returning here because it's tradition. I mean, I've heard stories from, I don't know, like 20 years now from when your guys' parents and Seven's parents were kids, all the way to all the you know, kids, I guess our age now, my age, growing up here. And so it's just kind of this tradition thing that's passed on. Everyone's enjoying each other's time, and it's getting away from the whole rat race of life.
It definitely seems like it's not all about the hunting. It's actually pretty little about the hunting, but it's just being together and keeping the family tradition alive of going there every year and making those memories and always making the time and effort to be there. Kind of the atmosphere of everyone either being in some sort of wall tent or camper and hanging out in the big wall tent of Dan's that you had talked about. And you always told me how it was just so much fun and you just had to be there to kind of believe it and experience it. And it definitely was. Unfortunately, I got sick for half of it, but I'm excited for next year.
Alright, this is interviewing Dave, take 1.
If you get to go next year, what are you most looking forward to?
Just going, being able to be down there, being in camp and drinking whiskey with all these youngsters again. I probably have to cut that out, huh? You missed one.
You answered all of them without me even asking you.
Oh, did I? Oh, I'm sorry.
So I don't have anything.
You could ask them over again.
What do you think about going to hunting camp with 2 new great grandsons?
It's gonna be great. I hope I can live long enough to see them 2 little rugrats come into camp and hunt. That'd be great. Great grandsons hunting with Grandpa. Yep. I like to go get firewood. That's probably my favorite thing.
How about the story when you got the
you just log ever.
That was fun. That was. I don't think the boys really appreciated it, and you kids probably, but
It was fun.
gosh, that was just awesome. Sawing that big old thing up.
How,
Me on one end, me on one end, and Dan on the other end.
how big was it?
About 54 inches on the end I started on. Dan's was way smaller, and then he had a way smaller saw.
One of my favorite things is that both my grandbabies get to be up here, and Spencer gets to, you know, and Maya, because you guys have heard so many stories about hunting camp, but you haven't got to experience them. So being able to have you guys come up here and just be a part of it and have your story in it now, and hopefully those stories keep going.
Well, the changes that we've seen since then is just what I'm looking forward to, is just seeing where everybody goes and seeing how great the friendships will be between all the young ones, and then having new marriage mates mixed in, and the relationships between all our kids and their marriage mates. It's pretty special to see that growing, and see if any more babies will come out of this and see where that goes.
Yeah, maybe we'll feel like too.
Just to see the friendships. That's the best part of hunting camp for me, to see where how it takes us, not only in hunting camp, but how much you grow every hunting camp, and it feels like you just get closer and closer with every hunting camp.
In the last documentary, you said that you wanted to be around long enough to see your great grandkids come to hunting camp. With Wilder and Bear here, does that feel like that dream has come true?
Yes. It's funny. It's funny to watch Savannah have kids. That just is, but it's amazing that she brought them to camp. That fulfilled one of the things I wanted to happen. And since you're not going to have any kids, I guess you're not going to do it for me. So I'm glad Savannah did it.
It's sad knowing that I'm not the one running around using my imagination and stuff, because it was so fun, but I'm excited to have my kids experience what I got to, because I loved it so much.
I agree. It's like really surreal watching it, because it feels like not long ago that was all of us. But just remembering how much fun we had, it was like we always had such a great time, and being able to watch the kids do that same thing is like really exciting.
I agree completely. Like, where we're camping this year is right next to where we used to build our fort on top of the hill, and like it's all knocked down and you can't see it at all, and it's really sad to see that, but it's like so fun to watch the kids do similar things, and they're always playing where we used to play, and it's fun to watch, and I feel thankful that they're able to experience it the same way that we always did.
Oh, did you see that there? Bree and Molly and Luna are all building a fort up where
They are?
Yeah, it's literally in the exact same spot
Aw,
as
that's
where
so
we built our
cute.
fort.
That's
and,
so sweet.
It won't be as good as ours.
No.
Ours was
Yeah.
so awesome.
We were like 15 to be fair though.
Yeah, not like 7.
That's true.
You know, memories are very crazy. It's in some ways sad that, you know, these memories that we made at hunting camp from the time I was, I don't know, before I was 10, I think, that we've had those 12 plus years of memories for myself, and yet we live in these memories constantly. We see these forts that we built up on the hill. We drive past the campsite we used to stay in. We, you know, just the whole place is nostalgic at this point. You just feel all the memories come back to you once you drive up to the campsite, and yet you can never revisit those memories, which is insane. Not, you know, truly. So you're stuck in, you know, living your life as it is now, and yet you're also trying to live with these memories. But it's nice because then you get to make your own memories, right? So, you know, Luna and Bree and Molly were up on the hill remaking our fort, and I got to go up there and help them. You know, and it felt like I was back in the past a little bit. And, you know, they're this new, basically, incarnation of what we were at that age, and that this continues to keep on going through Savannah's kids, through her younger sisters, through Dreen's younger sisters, through my cousins, and they're going to be us someday, and then their cousins or their children are going to be them someday. It's an amazing hope, and while it's sad that yes, we don't get to go back to these memories, we still get to have them forever, and in fact, you know, revisit them in different ways.
You like being videoed though, Bree, or Luna?
No, I don't.
Yes, you do.
I do.
Bree likes being videoed.
I'm a cookie monster.
What?
So what is your guys' hope for the future of hunting camp?
Am I first again?
Sure. Go down the
line. Just that we keep coming back. Over the years, it hasn't really changed. Like, a lot of people don't hunt like they used to, but it's still fun to just hang out and play games. I think this is like the longest time we get to spend together throughout the whole year is at hunting camp.
Mm-hmm.
And, like, you don't have the distraction of like phones and that kind of stuff. So I just hope we continue to do it.
Yeah. Our families are going to inevitably get bigger, and I just want to make sure that as that happens, we keep our camp going, even though our lives are changing. Keep the tradition just like our parents have done, letting the people that come into our life get to love what we love.
It's in my blood to come again, so I want to come again. We'll see what next year brings. Although it was really nice going bow hunting and being successful with that, after seeing what everybody got this year and looking at some of the films, became quite nostalgic and motivated me to want to come again next year.
What are your plans for hunting camp for the future?
I don't really know. I never ever was interested in hunting, but after being there this year and being someone that's like always lived in Montana, I'm like, I might want to try it once. So we'll see. Maybe I'll just go with you.
I would love to come here with my kids and spend every year, like, just looking out the windows and stuff, and you know, it's overcast right now and everything, but it doesn't matter how cold it is and how bad the weather's outside, it's still fun. You're around with your friends and your family, and it'd be fun, you know, having my kids be able to play with other kids that are here. And I know Wilder, he's not even 2 yet, and he's already loving playing with all the kids and everything. And next year, Bear will be the same age as Wilder is now, so it'll be fun to see how Bear would be with all the kids here, and just kind of watch him kind of grow and progress every year here, because it's a lot of fun.
Hunting camp has been just something more special than a lot of people could ever know. It's something in our life for the last, 30 plus years. It's been pretty amazing. But our hunting camp really couldn't have been possible without our wives and our mothers. Especially, I guess, I think I speak for all of us. We give a really special thanks to 3 wonderful women that have helped make things possible, and that's Peggy and Peggy and Ronnie. You girls, you ladies are amazing, and stayed back a lot of times, most of the time, to take care of things at home and help pack things up when we were getting ready to go and make meals. Just some amazing women, and we appreciate you so much. Hunting camp couldn't have been what it is without you, so thank you.